Hi, I'm Nona Iftekhari and this is CSC 4710 course project part 2. As we mentioned in first video, we have already implemented a button for initializing database and also the logging mechanism. In this video, we show new features which are inserting a new item, searching an item by category, adding reviews for items, editing the list of favorite sellers and favorite items for a user, and finally listing the most expensive items in the store. So first we log in with the user root which has the ID 1. So we go to the home page and we see available operation. We start by inserting an item. Before we actually inserting an item, we go to MySQL Workbench and select from the table item, and we see there are 12 rows inside this table. We go back to the application and we input information for a new item. For example, milk. Then we go back to MySQL Workbench, and by looking at the table item, we see the new item has been added. We go back to the home page and we select search item by category. For example, we input clothing category, and the application lists all the items in that category. Here in the action column, we can select a score from the drop-down list, and by clicking add reviews, we can add our review for this specific item. Now we go to MySQL Workbench and select reviews for item number 1, and we see the added review. Going back to home page, we can add favorite seller for the current user by user ID. For example, we input user ID 3, and by clicking add the seller, number 3 is added as a favorite seller for the user root which has user ID 1. We use the concept of session to store the ID of current user. We go to MySQL Workbench, and by selecting from the favorite seller table, we see that user ID 3 is added as a favorite seller for user ID 1. Going back to home page, we can do the same for the list of favorite item. By clicking on the link, we list the favorite item for the current user which can be added or removed. And finally, by clicking on the last link on the home page, we list the most expensive items to the least expensive items. Thank you.